for different age groups. Because children need responsibilities that are age appropriate. Even little kids can do things like sort clothes or match socks, something like that. But even those little tiny responsibilities, they can help them gain confidence. They can help them believe in themselves, like, I can do this, and also have pride in their work. That is definitely a gift that we can give them by giving them those chores and responsibilities. And also another thing that I really want to touch on is how parents can work alongside their children. This might take some thought and planning, but I want to share with you an experience that I had, how my dad taught me this. So I was a teenager and living at home, and I grew up in Northern California, and it doesn't snow very often in California. I don't know if you know that, but one time it snowed a lot, and the whole town shut down. We had 4 days of no electricity. It was great. And I remember when we finally got electricity, we went outside and the snow had melted. It didn't last very long. And we realized that on the acres that my parents owned, there were several really huge oaks that had fallen down. And we needed to cut them up and get them out of there. And I just kind of assumed as a teenager that my dad should just hire someone to do that, but he didn't. He had a really good idea. He woke us all up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and it was not what I wanted to do on a Saturday, but we worked hard in the yard. My dad rented a chainsaw. He rented a chainsaw. Thanks. That's why I have husbands to help you out there. But he rented a chainsaw, and he worked really hard on getting all of that wood, and we, the kids, had to stack it onto the truck, and then when the truck bed was full, we drive it down to the shed, and then we do it again and again and again. I remember it took 4 loads to get that all done, and on the 3rd load, I looked around and I realized all of my brothers and sisters were gone. They had gone back in the house. And that's what I wanted to do too. Honestly, I wanted to leave my dad there, and I wanted to go in the house too because I was tired. I had been working all day. And I looked over at my dad, and he just smiled back at me like, "You're not gonna leave me, are you?" And he had sweat dripping down his face, the chainsaw in his hand, because the job wasn't done. It wasn't done yet. And so I knew that he wasn't gonna leave until the job was done. And in that moment, I realized I didn't want to leave him either. And once I decided that, then the work wasn't too hard. It actually got easier. And I have a very fond memory with just working alongside my dad. And I remember his example of working past comfort. And I learned that just by working with him. That is something that we can teach our kids through example. Do you have a favorite chore? Dishes.
Oh, right. It was sweeping.
Awesome. Sweeping. Benson's really good at sweeping. He's really good. Okay, you remembered yours?
Yeah, dusting.
Dusting. Because you get to spray it, right? She likes to spray things.
So why do you guys think it's important to learn how to work?
Because if we don't work when we get older and we go to college, then we won't know how to work. And we won't know how to clean a window or dust or do dishes because we never did it before.
Yeah.
So we gotta learn while we're little so we know when we're older.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So do you guys know how to do all those things?
So Mark,
Yeah.
Mark, you know how to clean a toilet?
Yeah.
High five. You're good at it. Don't worry, we'll teach you by the time you're Mark's age. You'll know how to do that.
What about laundry? Do we do all your laundry for you?
No, we do laundry.
Oh, you do?
You do your laundry?
Mm-hmm.
So you know how to put it in and turn it on, put it in the dryer, turn that on,
Put on Shout It Out.
spray it,
Oh.
spray the
yes.
shout.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to spray the shout on the
Yeah.
Stains.
the stains. You guys are good at that, huh?
And put it away. And organize it.
And better things. So another important principle with this whole thing as you start to teach your kids how to do a lot of these little things too is you can't expect perfection, right? Which is hard for me because I'm a perfectionist. I want everything done my way and I want it done, exactly right. It has to be perfectly clean. And you really have to, with this whole helping your kids work, you kind of have to let go of that, right? You have to just, obviously you want to coach them and help them do their best, but you can't get mad at them when, they don't do it exactly how you would do it. And the house isn't always perfectly how, I would have it, but they're getting pretty good. Like I said, after years of this, they're getting really, really good at it. So an important thing is just don't expect perfection.